Hi, and welcome to this video about the Sinking Fund Spreadsheet. You can purchase this spreadsheet on my shop product page, shop.mommoneymap.com, which I'll link to below, but you can also just watch this video to get information on how to track your sinking funds. Just to clarify, if you don't know what a sinking fund is, it's basically a fund towards a specific goal like a vacation that you intentionally save money towards. How it works is that you first pick the goal, then set the cost of the goal, then divide the total cost by the number of months till your goal due date so that you know how much you need to save each month towards that goal. This gives you a smaller, manageable amount to save regularly. And then you just want to save that amount every month. This sinking fund spreadsheet here will help you to track up to 20 sinking funds over 20 years. There are other variations for up to 30 and even 40 sinking funds if you need more goals to track, which I'll link to below. And then once you start typing into the spreadsheet, you can then log your sinking fund progress to help you stay motivated to reach your goals for savings. And as you see, this sinking funds tracker has digital charts, summaries, and a detailed breakdown. In this video, we'll go over the sinking fund spreadsheet in Google Sheets, but there's also an Excel version, and I'll include links to that one as well below in the description. So let's jump into the sinking fund spreadsheet. There are areas that are editable and areas that are not editable. Most of the uneditable cells are locked to prevent accidental changes to formulas and charts. If you want to make the cells editable, for these uneditable cells, you can click on what you want to edit. So say you want to edit this cell, which shouldn't be edited, and pressing the backspace button, you'll see that this heads up message will come up, and you can override it if you want by pressing OK. I'm going to press cancel because I don't want to override it. But that just gives you an idea of how you can edit the uneditable cells in Google Sheets. For Excel, you'll see here that if you try to edit a cell, this pop-up message will come up. You can override it by going to Unprotect Sheet and then making that change. But I highly recommend going back to Protect Sheet, just leaving the password area blank and pressing OK just to preserve all of the formulas. So how do you use the Sinking Funds Tracker Spreadsheet? The first thing that you do is you fill out the starting month, which is the month you're starting to track your goals. So let's say I want it to be November of 2024. Then you fill out each goal's name. So for example, say you're saving for a vacation. Then you fill out the goal date. So say you're taking that vacation in October of 2026. And the goal is $6,000. So you can see here that this will then auto-populate like what the total remaining is and how much you need to contribute each month. So say you decide to contribute, say $500 in the first month and $200 on the second month. And so you continually fill in for each month what your contributions are as you go from month to month. And if you make any withdrawals for the goal, you can enter these in the withdrawal sections for each goal for each month. So say in January, you took out $100 of that. It'll then auto-populate. Once you've filled out these areas, you'll see numbers auto-populate, including the figures that are above the pink line here. You'll see that the amount to contribute each month, which is the total monthly amount you'll need to contribute per month in order to reach your goals, this number will change. You'll see the total goals, so all the goals that you have filled in, this will change. This is the number of goals that you've achieved, and then this is the number of goals that you have not achieved. And when you scroll to the very right, you'll see that there's a graph up here that will change based on the total number of contributions and withdrawals you make each month. And then if you scroll down, so let's go back to these goals here, you'll see that the progress circle, this shows the progress that you have made towards achieving your individual goal. That will change. The months remaining to change, so the remaining months left to achieve your goals, will also change. The total saved, what you've already saved for each goal, the remaining amount to be saved for each goal, as well as the amount that you need to contribute for each goal in order to achieve it. All of these will change as well. I should also point out that there is a total column at the end, or 2 total columns at the end, for contributions and withdrawals to give you the summaries for each month towards contributions and withdrawals, and then it just gives you like a general what your progress is as of that month. If you buy the product, there are more extensive PDF instructions with screenshots that I encourage you to read through, as there's more information about the details, best practices, and frequently asked questions. Thanks for watching this video.